So one of the impacts of climate change is increased stormwater or seawater surges along our beach lines. These increased surges of water along our beach lines lead to increased erosion, accretion, and degradation of our beach lines, compromising the stability of the beaches, and in certain cases, seawater end up going to where human settlement is. So here in Mwembe, Msambweni area, is one of the areas that has faced this kind of impacts, where increased sea surges has eaten up or degraded the beach to a point where in certain cases the seawater overflows into areas where there is human settlement. So this area was identified by the Coastal Development Authority and Mwembe BMU as a recipient of adaptation fund, so that we can improve an adaptation index or increase the coping capabilities of the communities that live here. So there are three important infrastructure in this area for the community. One is their only source of clean water would occasionally get compromised by the seawater getting or flowing into the well where the community would draw fresh water. And number two, the community has invested in a religious infrastructure that was over time being degraded by the seawaters. And number three, the offices of the local administrators, which sits right next to the coastline, was under threat or was being compromised because of the increased degradation along the beach line or along the shoreline. So for those reasons, this area was identified as a beneficiary of the adaptation fund, and work has already been done to restore the integrity of the coastal zone so that the sea surges do not go beyond the acceptable areas and disrupt the human settlement and the assets. So as an approach that has been used here, and I would like to say there are various ways of undertaking sea line or seashore stabilization. You can use soft methodologies or soft engineering, where you imitate nature and use nature-based approaches to retain or to restore the integrity of the beach line. So you reintroduce vegetation, but in this case, the applicable and the appropriate vegetation. And that vegetation works as a structure that then absorbs the extra energy that is brought in by sea surges. But in certain cases, based on the scale of degradation, there is need, or you can justify real engineering, civil engineering, to harden the sea line so that it is firmly able to resist any further degradation. And so this Mwembe is such a case because of the level of degradation and the vulnerability of the assets that I mentioned to you earlier, and the nature of the place. Civil engineering was seen as the right way to restore the beach line, so that now the structure that has been set up there is able to absorb the extra energy that comes with the sea surges. And we've already seen that the structures that were previously being destroyed now are safe. The engineered structure now is able to absorb the extra water, the extra energy, and give it time to release back to the sea. And that way, it doesn't destroy the assets and the human settlement areas. So thank you.